stock price is 12. How many shares we can purchase back from the market? We can purchase back 3.75. When we purchase back, our total number of shares decreases, right? So that's why you want to minus that 3.75. So the net increase here is 1.25 million. Should be added to the denominator. That makes sense, everyone?
Could you explain what the 45 million is again?
45 is equals 60 minus 15. 60 millions is the total expense. It will be, right? So, but those expenses will be allocated over 4 years. Each year going to be 15 millions. Okay, so this year we already recognize 15. That's why we have remaining for those remaining 3 years. Each year you want to recognize 15, 15, 15. Total is 45. So we save $45 million expense. And we want to use that one to divide it by 12 to say how many shares we can purchase back. Then we count the net increase of our shares, which is 1.25 million. And any other question?
So we're just adding back the shares that we could. The 1.25 million is the shares that could be vested this year in 2016.
Could be the potential shares. Remember, those is our imagination. This is not real. Again, we are calculating the diluted earnings per shares. This is just our imagination. Okay. What if those shares are vested? Then the 1.25 million more shares should be added.
If next year the market price change from 12 to
then we recalculate. So let's look at next year. Okay, so this is 2016. Next year, 2017. Okay, 2017. Similarly, by the end of next year, 2017. So now you expense another 15, right? So then we have what? We have 30 millions for those remaining 2 years, right? So now we save $30 million. Okay, so then we use that $30 million, okay, divided by the market price. Let's assume market price is still 12. You know, you can put, let's say market price now is 10, right? So then you got it, what? You 30 divided by 10, you got a 3, okay? So then we save those, we can purchase back 2.5 for this case, right? 2.5 million shares, okay? So then the net increase is gonna be 5 minus 2.5, which is 2.5 million should be added to the denominator.
So 15 million multiple 2, it means for 2 years?
Yeah, for remaining 2 years. Remember for 2018 and 2019. So this one started from 2016, right? 2016, you recognize 15 millions expense, right? 17, another 15 millions. And then you have 2018 and 2019. So you save those 2018, 2019 expense, 15 each. That's why total is $30 million expense will be saved. Question on this part?
So for the 5 million total shares, we don't consider any shares that may have been vested in 2016. Like that doesn't decrease the total amount.
No, those shares will be vested in 4 years.
Okay.
By the end of 2000, by the end of 2019. Not will be vested. These are not vested share yet. Okay, if vested, then you just add it to calculate your basic earning per shares. Right? Remember this. Remember this is we are calculating the diluted earning per shares. Okay, we had to assume what if. Okay, these are not real. Okay, just the just our imagination.
Okay. So we're just adjusting based off of the expense we're getting.
The expense we save, we will save those expenses, right? So because we assume these shares are vested, we don't need to recognize any expense anymore. Okay,
Okay.
those are the future expenses we will save. Okay, because that assumption. Any other question on this issue?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So why is it that you do 15 times 2, and like why does it count for 2018 and 2019 rather than 2016 and 2017?
Because 2018, 2016, 2017, you already recognized your expense. We talk about this is the end of 2017.
Yeah.
If we believe those shares are vested, then we don't need to recognize any expense in 2018 and 2019.
Okay. All
That's
right.
why we save those 2 years expense. Totally is 30 millions.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Again, this is just our imagination, okay? So just keep in mind, this is not real, okay? It's just our imagination. We want to calculate the worst earning per share could be, okay? That's why we have this imagination. Okay, so if you don't have questions, then we'll say the remaining the PowerPoints. We have 5, right? 5 slides. You can just forget about that, okay? So that makes sense, everyone. So remaining, okay? So those remaining 5 from here, starting from this, just forget about that, okay?